The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has inflicted immense suffering on children in the region. Palestinian children, caught in the crossfire, embody the severe human cost of this enduring struggle, highlighting the urgent need for awareness and change. Many Palestinian children live as refugees, displaced during events like the Nakba in 1948. They grow up in overcrowded camps, facing uncertainty and deprivation. This lifelong displacement severely impacts their physical and mental well-being, shaping their futures in tragic ways. Military operations in Gaza and the West Bank often result in high civilian casualties, particularly among children. Thousands have been killed or injured during these conflicts, leaving families shattered and communities devastated by the ongoing violence. The constant threat of violence inflicts severe psychological trauma on Palestinian children. Many suffer from anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, struggling to cope with their harrowing experiences amid the conflict's brutality. Some Palestinian children are forcibly recruited by armed groups, exploited as combatants. This dangerous practice endangers their lives, denies them a childhood, and perpetuates cycles of violence that devastate their communities and futures. Schools in Gaza and the West Bank are frequently targeted during military operations, disrupting education and endangering students. Tragically, many children have lost their lives or been injured while simply trying to learn in a safe environment. Israeli forces often arrest and detain Palestinian children, subjecting them to harsh interrogation and inhumane conditions. Many minors face legal processes that disregard their rights, exacerbating their trauma and disrupting their lives. Children living near Israeli settlements are exposed to violence and harassment from settlers. This intimidation manifests in various ways, from physical attacks to psychological warfare, fostering a climate of fear and uncertainty in their daily lives. Access to basic services, including healthcare and education, is severely restricted for Palestinian children. Many suffer from untreated illnesses and malnutrition due to blockades and restrictions, impeding their growth and development. Israeli authorities regularly demolish homes belonging to Palestinian families, leaving children homeless and traumatized. These actions instill a pervasive sense of instability and fear, eroding the foundations of their communities and lives. The blockade on Gaza severely limits access to essential goods, including food, medicine, and educational materials. Children endure the brunt of these restrictions, facing malnutrition and a lack of educational resources critical for their development. The militarization of daily life in Palestinian territories exposes children to constant surveillance and violence. Israeli military presence in schools and neighborhoods fosters an atmosphere of fear and anxiety, disrupting their childhood experiences. Many Palestinian children experience profound grief from losing family members due to violence. The emotional toll of losing a parent or sibling complicates their mental health, deepening the scars left by the conflict and its devastating impact. Israeli checkpoints and barriers severely restrict the movement of Palestinian families, including children. These limitations impede their ability to attend school, visit relatives, or seek medical care, significantly affecting their quality of life. Despite the overwhelming challenges, Palestinian children exhibit remarkable resilience. Many engage in art, education, and advocacy, using their voices to raise awareness of their plight and fight for their rights, embodying hope amid adversity. Amidst ongoing struggles, there is hope for a better future. Numerous organizations work tirelessly to provide support, education, and healing to Palestinian children, advocating for their rights and dignity, aiming to break the cycle of suffering and conflict.